Yo, welcome to the show. It's Boston's Banter with Frank the Bank and Keith KLava. You know the answer. Talking sports, breaking down the play so raw. From the Celtics to the Sox, we giving you the score. Catch the vibe, we coming live. Filling up your feed, let the passion thrive. Every dunk, every run, we analyze the moves. Shout out to the fans, feel the rhythm and grooves. From Gillette to the Garden, we ain't missing a beat. Frank and KLava bring the fire, can't accept defeat.
You know, man, I really miss Frank. Oh, wait a minute.
You know I'm back, dog. Come on.
What's up, brother?
What's up, brother? Thanks for holding it down.
Of course,
You
man.
know what I mean? I was sick in the hospital, but what up? Welcome back to Boston's Banter, where the sports are wicked and the banter is Pissah. I'm your host, Frank the Bank. With me, as always, is Keith, KLava, LaCava. What's going on, Marlon Brand, bro?
I like that one. Not much Jalen Milbro.
Milbro in the house today. I'm back. Let's jump right into the Wicked Pissah news. We're starting right off with the Bruins. It was a heck of a week for the Bruins. Honestly, it was a crazy week.
Oh, yeah.
It's been nuts, honestly. They're fourth in the Atlantic right now, which is great. We're still in the first wild card spot, also great. 92 points, 42, 24, and 8. They lost last Tuesday when I wasn't here that night, 4-2 to Toronto. But since then, they've been on a winning streak. 4-3, huge win over the Sabres. Sabres were in first at the time. They're not in first anymore. Lightning jumped them in the Atlantic. But we were up 2-1 in that game going into the third. Sabres actually scored 2 quick ones.
Yeah,
we had to tie it with about 6 minutes left. Pavel Zacha in overtime. Huge goal.
Took the dub in overtime.
Such a big win. Needed it. Got 2 points there. Massive win. We killed the Wild 6-3. We were at home that game. That was a great one. But then probably the game of the year, in my opinion. 4-3 win over Columbus. Columbus is in the wild card spot directly behind us right now, right?
So huge
This is
win
a huge game. We were down 3-0 in the first period.
I know.
Scored 3 goals in the third to force overtime, and then we won it in the shootout. And again, Pavel Zacha with 11 seconds left in the game to tie it. He had 2 huge goals this week for us, and that could have been the win of the year. Looks like we're
statement.
Yeah, I'm saying that's a huge comeback win. We needed that.
Absolutely, Frankie.
Huge. But how about them Celtics, Keith?
Yes, sir, Frankie. In the Celtics update, let's break it down real quick to the C's. They're currently 50-25 on the season, still second in the East. Hoping we can catch up to the Pistons. Like I said, they're missing their best player in Cade Cunningham with that collapsed lung. So we'll see what happens with that. But let's break it down what they did this past week, Frankie. So they beat the reigning champs, the Thunder, 119-109 last Wednesday in Boston. They actually snapped OKC's 12-game win streak. Jaylen Brown had 31 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists, followed by a 109-102 home win versus the Hawks this past Friday. Jaylen Brown actually did not play in this one, but Jason Tatum, he was back with 26 points, 12 rebounds, and 5 assists. But I want to bring up Peyton Pritchard, bro. 36 points, a game high. Man, he's looking good coming off that
like
bench.
34 going into the fourth.
That's what I'm saying,
crazy.
bro. He's a beast.
Such a good game.
Then a 114-99 road win over the Hornets on Sunday. Jason Tatum had 32 points, and again, Peyton Pritchard with 28 points.
Tearing it up.
Jason Tatum actually passed the truth, Paul Pierce, to become the youngest Celtic to hit 14,000 points.
I saw that.
And lastly, an unfortunate 112-102 road loss versus the Hawks on Monday night. No Jason Tatum or Neemias Queta in this one, but Jaylen Brown, 29 points, 10 rebounds, and he was 1 assist shy of a triple-double. He had 9 assists. And then I want to bring up big man Luka Garza, because he looks like he's been
crazy.
Dude, we made fun of this signing when we signed him. We were like, oh, not Luka Doncic, Luka Garza, but this dude's looking like a beast,
honestly,
bro.
He's a good body to have out there, but he was hitting threes like crazy. Dude, I didn't know he could shoot threes like this.
20 points on 8 of 9 shooting from the field, and I don't even think he missed his first shot till like towards the end of the third quarter.
No, he was like 7 for 7 to start the game.
He's a monster, bro.
Yeah,
love having him there. But Frankie, another one of our teams just started this past week, and they're kind of looking like, but I mean, it's the start of the season. So how about we get into the Red Sox update?
I know. The Red Sox playing the Reds. You would think, you'd hope to get 2 out of 3 there, but no, that didn't happen. They look good. Game 1, 3-0 win. Crochet Animal looked unbelievable,
8
unstoppable.
Ks.
Yeah, he went crazy. So shout out the Reds. Great. Next game, 5-6 loss. We were up 4-1 in that game.
I know.
4-1 we were winning. We lost. That's gross.
Right.
It went to extras, but we were down. Will Abreu with 2 outs in the ninth hit a home run to tie it. Went to extras. We lost. That was a tough loss.
Yeah,
right
and
there.
Cora got ejected in that one too.
Yeah, that was crazy too. Just the whole thing. And then a 3-2 loss to the Reds. So again, we were up 2-0 in that game too. So we had 2 leads blown, which you don't like to see that early on in the season. And the Reds aren't like a team that scare you, under any circumstance. You know what I mean? And then we got killed by the Astros 8-1. So not a good start to the season right now. Only scored 11 runs in the 4 games. averaging, they're not even averaging 3 runs a game right now, and 5 of them were scored in one game. So it's like that's not a good look.
No, it's not, man.
Honestly,
especially losing those 3 games. losing those 2 games to the Reds. Terry Franconia.
I'm saying it's just crazy because 1-run losses are tough, but again, the Reds, they're not a team that scares you.
No, absolutely not, man. So they got to
turn it around. They have a couple good players, but at the end of the day, it's like they're not going to be in contention, in my opinion. So.
I'm telling you right now, if the Sox don't turn it around, man, I've been kind of saying it. They might need to move on from Cora.
Well, it's just one of those things this year too. Like we were the only team on FanDuel that we did not have somebody that they had hitting home runs, more than 20 home runs this year. Anybody in the lineup, which I think Roman Anthony or Willer could do that. But of all the teams in the MLB, there was at least one guy that had odds to hit 20 or more home runs on every team except ours. So it's like that's kind of crazy. We definitely need some production there. We obviously lost Bregman. It's looking like that might really hurt us now. We need another bat in the lineup.
And he's playing good for the Cubs. He already got a home run with them.
Yeah, he's playing good. So. Let's get into some NFL signings and extensions and all that jazz.
Yes, sir, Frankie. So we're going to start off with the recent NFL extensions and re-signings.
Yes, sir.
So the Bengals actually re-signed quarterback Joe Flacco to a 1-year deal. Flacco now returns for his 20th season in the NFL. Who's this guy think he is? Tom Brady?
I love it. Good for him.
I know, right? Steelers re-signed cornerback Asante Samuel Jr. to a 1-year, $4 million deal. Trying to shore up that secondary that looked like ass last year.
That's a good sign.
Texans signed my fantasy kicker Kaimi Fairbairn to a 2-year, $13 million extension, making him the highest paid kicker in the NFL.
Animal. He's been an animal. He's a
beast,
good kicker.
bro. And the Bills, they re-signed safety DeMar Hamlin to a 1-year deal. Obviously, they want to keep him around that organization. He means a lot to them, especially considering what's happened to him. So, he's sticking around with Buffalo. So then, Frankie, let's get into the notable offseason free agency moves. And not a lot of big, major moves, but these are some notable names.
Couple things.
So the Saints signed quarterback Zach Wilson to a 1-year deal. The former number 2 overall pick to the Jets is on his 3rd team in the last 3 years. He's looking like a bust.
Yeah, he's going to be a bust.
The Saints also signed tight end Noah Fant to a 2-year deal worth $8.75 million. So the Saints are getting a good tight end there to pair with Juwan Johnson.
Yeah, I like that. I like that sign.
Eagles signed wide receiver Elijah Moore to a 1-year deal. Now, either this is a move to prep for A.J. Brown's departure or entice him to stay, considering Moore and Brown were college teammates at Ole Miss and they're real good friends.
Elijah Moore's pretty good. He's had his ups and downs. There was a time where he actually looked like he was going to be something.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's not a bad sign, especially as a 3rd receiver, too.
And they recently brought in Hollywood Brown,
I'm saying, so they have like 3-4 guys now that are actually pretty solid there. They can move on now from Brown if they want to.
They got some depth.
Yeah, absolutely.
The Eagles also signed running back Damian Pierce to a 1-year, $1.29 million deal. Obviously, they had A.J. Dillon last year. He left, so they're bringing in another power back. And I like Damian Pierce. I think he has a lot of potential still.
He's good. He's a good player. He's definitely complimentary, but he's a good player.
Absolutely. And speaking of the Eagles, we missed this one when it happened. The Texans actually signed former Eagles safety Reed Blankenship to a 3-year, $24.75 million deal with $16.5 million guaranteed. He's a good safety adding to that good Texans defense.
Texans defense is going to be really good again.
Absolutely,
They need
Frankie.
a line. They need an offensive line, and they're going to be pretty good this year. If they
That's
get that.
right. Yeah, you're right. And along with re-signing Asante Samuel Jr., the Steelers are trying to shore up that secondary, like I said. They also signed cornerback Jamel Dean to a 3-year, $36.75 million deal, and safety Jaquan Brisker to a 1-year, $5.5 million deal. So you're getting another good corner and another good safety there.
Yeah, that's good.
The Panthers signed quarterback Kenny Pickett to a 1-year, $4 million deal that could max out at $7.5 million. Another former first-round pick, slated to be on his 4th team in the last 3 seasons. What's going on with these first-round quarterbacks, bro?
They're going to stay in the league as backups for a while, but hey, get that money.
That's right, bro. Colts signed wide receiver Nick Westbrook-Akine to a 1-year, $1.4 million deal. See how he does in Indy. He did good with the Titans, with having that 9 touchdowns that 1 year. Didn't do nothing with Miami last year.
He was terrible last year.
The Bears signed wide receiver Khalif Raymond to a 1-year, $5.1 million deal. He reunites with his OC in Detroit, Ben Johnson.
Yep.
Then we got some wide receivers returning to their old homes. Falcons actually signed wide receiver Olamide Zaccheaus to a 2-year, $4.5 million deal. He played for the Falcons from 2019 to 2022 as an undrafted free agent.
Yeah.
And lastly, the Commanders signed wide receiver Diami Brown to a 1-year, $3 million deal. He spent the first 4 years of his career with Washington after being a 3rd-round pick, and he spent last season with the Jags. So he's back in familiar territory being with Washington, Frankie.
Not bad.
That's all we got, brother.
Love it. Another great Wicked Pissah news. Let's get right to the lava round. No Foxborough focus this week. We're going to do MLB predictions like we did last year.
You see what I'm repping?
You know what I mean? You're repping it.
got the
I like it.
socks
I
on
went with
and
the Pats tonight, but that's all
good,
right.
brother.
You know what I mean? So, after the way they've been starting the season, come on, Sox. Do better. We
That's
want
right.
you in there.
That's
Let's
right.
go. I love the Sox. I love it.
Absolutely, Frankie.
But let's start off with, we're going to start off with AL Manager of the Year prediction. But actually, it's kind of funny. Both of these, the NL and the AL, have repeat champs.
I know.
So hopefully they can get dethroned. Or if you're gonna go for the three-peat, it's never happened in history where somebody's won 3 Manager of the Year awards in a row. Right now there's 2 back-to-back champs. So this year, if they win it, it's third. But who do you got for the AL?
So, Frankie, I'm going to take somebody, and it's not going to be a three-peat in the AL.
Yeah, I don't have either three-peat either.
I'm going to be taking Dan Wilson of the Mariners.
That's exactly what I got now.
Great
Dan Wilson, man.
bro. So, for starters, he is widely
you were gonna
considered
say it.
he was widely considered the betting favorite to win the award.
He's up there.
Finished third last year, and last season, in his full first season as manager, he led the Mariners to their first AL West title in 24 years, and of course to the ALCS.
I mean, they were in the 7th game. It was tied. It was like the craziest
man, I
game.
was rooting
They
for
were
him.
one run away from being in the championship. You know.
Entering this season, the Mariners are considered a top contender in the American League with a combination of elite pitching and a deep lineup, Frankie, along with Cal Raleigh, obviously.
Yep.
The Mariners added to their hitting with Brendan Donovan and Josh Naylor, and I think they'll easily be 100-plus win team. You know what I'm saying?
They're going to be killing it. They just actually, Cal Raleigh, speaking of, just walked off against the Yankees last night. Great hit down the line and beat the Yankees again. He's got 4 walk-offs, 2 against the Yankees already in his young career. But that's who I got too, man. Like it's like they have a great roster. I think they're going to dethrone Stephen Voigt, who's won. But yeah, I think there's not going to be a three-peat this year. So yeah, I got Dan Wilson too. So
I like it, Frankie.
let's jump right over to the NL. So Pat Murphy has won it 2 years in a row.
That's right.
But I don't have him winning it 3 years. That's never happened. So again, if I'm a betting man, and I'm not betting the guy to do something that's never been done. But who do you got this year? If it's the same guy, it's gonna be funny.
I got Craig Counsell of the Cubs. We don't talk about this before the show.
Crazy.
I got Craig Counsell of the Cubs.
That's nuts. I have it right here. It was between him and I had one other guy. I was like, I'm gonna go with Craig Counsell. That's crazy.
So, Frankie, that's crazy. As of right now, he has the highest odds to win NL Manager of the Year. A lot of analysts say he's expected to win due to a career recognition factor after finishing in the top 4 voting 6 times without a win. He led the Cubs to a 92-70 record and an NL wildcard berth last season. Now, with the addition of Alex Bregman, like we were just talking about, starter Edward Cabrera, and several new bullpen arms in the mix, Chicago has a great chance to challenge for the NL Central crown under Counsell, who I think is a great leader.
He's a great leader. He's a former player. They got a great roster. That's all the stuff I put down. 3 years in a row to start the season, he's been the betting favorite to win NL Manager of the Year. So he's due, and I took him as well. That's so funny that you said that.
My God.
And nobody's ever three-peated, but that's
what are the odds of that, dude?
I mean, we're going to have a few that are the same. I would guarantee, because some of these awards I feel like are just automatic. So let's jump over to the AL Cy Young Award. I'm gonna jump in here first, so maybe you can say the same guy, but I'm taking the guy I took last year that didn't win. He came runner-up. That's Garrett Crochet.
I took Garrett Crochet, bro. It's right here,
I'm saying right here.
This is crazy.
I'm telling you, Scooble's won 2 in a row. You know, I feel like this is Crochet's year. He was runner-up last year. Pitched really good. He's come. That was his first real year with the Red Sox. Now he's real comfortable. He looks so dominant. So if he stays healthy, I got Crochet all day. And again, the only thing that might hold him back is if he doesn't get the run support to get the dubs, but he might not need it if he keeps shutting people out.
That's what I'm saying. Like we brought up in Wicked Pissah News, he started off the season having 8 strikeouts and pitched 6 scoreless innings last Thursday versus the Reds. And mind you, Frankie, last season, like you were talking about in Crochet's first season in Boston, he led the AL in strikeouts and finished second, like you just said, in the AL voting for the Cy Young. Now, barring any bull, Crochet looks to be retaining top-tier form, and I could see him winning it this year.
He's killing it, man. He looks great out there. So, we're 3 for 3. This is crazy. So I'm going to start with the NL Cy Young.
I think we might have the same one here.
I don't know. Honestly, it's usually Skeens, and I'm not taking Skeens this year. So I'm not going Skeens. He looked terrible in his first start.
He did actually
He gave up 5 runs early. So I'm actually going to go with Yoshi Yamamoto, Dodgers.
From the Dodgers.
The Dodgers have such a solid team. He's going to get a lot of dubs. His pitches are unreal. He looked great last year. People couldn't even touch him. So I feel like Yamamoto's going to be up there for me. And kind of a dark horse candidate that looked really good in his first start. Our former pitcher, Chris Sale.
Not bad.
He could be a dark horse too, lefty.
I like the Yamamoto one.
But Yamamoto's my guy for number 1. I know Skeens is going to be up there too, but his first start looked terrible. So who you got there?
Frankie, I already said it, man. I'm actually taking Paul Skeens.
I figured you would. You took him last year too, and you were right. So good for you.
So just to keep it simple, I'm taking Skeens here, who is always considered a top contender and favorite.
He's nasty.
Skeens' first 2 seasons in the league, like we've talked about, have been phenomenal. He won NL Rookie of the Year in 2024, then followed that up with a unanimous NL Cy Young win last season. season. He's also been the NL starting pitcher in back-to-back All-Star games. Now, I know that has nothing to do with this season. We're moving forward. But his first game this season, like you said, was actually the shortest and worst of his career versus the Mets, allowing 5 runs on 37 pitches in just 2/3 of an inning. But personally, I don't see this being a trend, and I see Skeens getting back to form and winning the award again.
Yeah, I mean, he won it last year, even though his record wasn't great, because the Pirates don't score a lot of runs. So that when you look at his record, it actually brings his voting down. He was like a 500 pitcher technically last year, but his ERA was like under 2. So again, the Pirates don't put up a lot of runs typically.
They don't.
So Skeens is obviously going to be up there. It might be Skeens. I like Yamamoto. He's just got that different kind of look and pitch, and I'm going to go with somebody different this year.
I like it, Frankie.
Well, let's jump over to the steals leader. Who you got there?
Frankie, I'm actually going to take Bobby Witt Jr. of the Royals.
Okay.
So you can easily make the case for Ellie De La Cruz.
That's who I have, Ellie De La Cruz.
And he's a beast, bro. He's fast. But Bobby Witt Jr. is an MLB speed demon. He is currently considered the fastest player in the MLB and consistently clocks top speeds, leading the MLB, which I looked up, with a 30.4 feet per second sprint speed. He was also tied for third with 38 stolen bases last season. He actually already has a stolen base this year. Also, with his high on-base percentage and the Royals' aggressive team philosophy, this makes his case even better. The Royals encourage him to run, and he often gets the green light from the coaches. And at 25 years old, he is in the best physical shape of his career and only getting better, and I think this is going to be a great season.
He's unreal. I mean, the kid, if you look at what you want in an all-around baseball player, it's Bobby Witt. The kid's unbelievable on defense. He hits for average. He hits for power. He steals. He's got everything. He could easily be an MVP candidate every year. I mean, he's nasty. But I took De La Cruz. He had 67 steals last year. Like, that's unheard of. He's unheard of.
He's fast, too.
The kid is so fast and super aggressive, and they don't really got much else on that team, so they're going to let him do whatever the heck he wants. So
to get around
that's
the
who
bases.
I'm running with. De La Cruz. So let's get over to the home run leaders. I mean, this is like a four-guy race to me. It's always these 3 or 4 guys. So it's like it's either Judge, Ohtani, Raleigh, and maybe Kyle Schwarber. But at the end of the day, I'm going Judge.
Yeah, I'm going Aaron Judge.
I got to go Aaron Judge this year. I mean, that's what you're taking too?
Yeah, Frankie. Yeah. I mean, yet again, he's considered the top favorite for the home runs.
Yeah.
He already actually has 2 home runs on the board for the season already starting off. Judge surprisingly finished 4th in home runs last season, 2 behind Shohei Ohtani with 53 home runs. But he had 58 in 2024. So the guy the last 2 seasons is hitting 50-plus home runs.
Yeah, I mean, just the Yankees are stacked. I hate to say it. The Yankees are really good this year. So
mind you, also, he benefits from having a hitter-friendly home stadium. Yankee Stadium has a short porch in right field, which favors his right-handed power hit. Already starting the season off hot, Frankie, like I said. So, yeah, I'm taking Judge.
I'm taking Judge, too. And if Stanton stays healthy behind him, they have to pitch to him. So it's like one of those things. If he gets hurt, Stanton, then they're going to walk Judge every single time. So, but Stanton's starting off pretty hot, too. So
that's right.
Yeah. Who do you got for AL MVP?
Frankie, I'm actually taking somebody I just named for the steals leader. I'm taking Bobby Witt Jr. for the Royals. So I see a phenomenal season on the horizon for Bobby Witt Jr. Obviously, guys like Aaron Judge, Cal Raleigh, and even Gunnar Henderson will easily be considered for this award. But due to Witt Jr.'s high-end combo of speed, power, and his defensive value, I believe all those intangibles and how he's looked in previous seasons and so far this year, I could see the youngster winning the award. He's also considered a multi-category monster, and getting a reference like that should easily make you a favorite.
I hope he does, honestly, but I have Aaron Judge winning it this year. I mean, I think the Yankees are absolutely stacked, and I think their bullpen's gotten better. Their starting pitching's better. And you talk about defense, this kid's got an absolute cannon of an arm in right field. So it's like, I hate to say it, but I have Aaron Judge. You know what I mean?
Hey, it's all good, man. You can't be biased, right?
No, I mean, to me, it's like I don't want to see the Yankees do good, but the Yankees have a really good team this year. So.
Yeah, they do.
NL MVP, we don't even have to talk about it. Shohei Ohtani.
Ohtani, bro.
He's going to win it for the
easy.
4th year in a row.
That's what I'm saying,
it's
dude.
like, it's not even it shouldn't even be. If he doesn't get hurt, he's winning it. There's nobody else that can do what he does.
No,
he pitches really good and he hits really good.
Right.
It's like there's nobody else that does it. So
his
it's like
two-way impact is
insane.
Especially at a high level, significantly enhances his value, especially to win this award.
If he doesn't get hurt, he's winning it, and he'll win it every single year he plays it when he's pitching and hitting. There's nobody else that can do what he does. There's nobody.
He was the first player with 50-plus home runs and 50 pitching strikeouts en route to the Dodgers championship.
And he had 50 steals last year.
That's right. I didn't even bring that up.
It's insane. So the kid is going to be go down in history, again, if he doesn't have crazy injuries, as one of the best all-time players in MLB history.
Right.
If you really look at it, it's insane. So
Well, he also became the first player to win the award in each of his first 2 seasons with a new team, and only the second player to win it in both the AL and the NL. I'd put money he wins it this season easily.
he's won 3 in a row.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
He's winning it 4 times in a row. As simple as that.
That's it.
So AL pennant. I got the Yankees. I hate to say it. That's what I'm going with. Who you got?
Taking the Yankees, Frankie. I'm taking the Mariners. I picked
like
Dan
the Mariners
Wilson.
too.
I'm taking the Mariners, bro.
I like it.
As much as I did want to say the Red Sox, I can't be biased like I was just talking about, and I have to be realistic. And I don't care that the Yankees are the favorite. Them.
I hope they don't, but again, when I've watched the Yankees this year, they had the young pitching last year that looked strong. They got a really good team, and I hate to say it, but their lineup is absolutely stacked. Their pitching's better. I have the Yankees, and I hope the Mariners dethrone them, this year or any year. Mariners obviously did it last year. The Mariners made it to the ALCS, and as did Toronto. Toronto made it for the World Series for the AL, but I have the Yankees taking care of business this year.
Well, like you were talking about the pitching, bro, the Mariners, they have an elite, deep starting pitching rotation led by Logan Gilbert, and also have a top-tier offense anchored by, obviously, Julio Rodriguez and record breaker Cal Raleigh.
They have a squad, too.
But, dude, all in all, man, I really want to see them get to the World Series. The team's never been there.
That'd be sick. I wish they win it last year, but, Toronto played well. You know what I mean?
That's right.
The Dodgers are just unstoppable. I have the Dodgers again winning the NL pennant. Who do you got?
I got the Dodgers winning. How can you not say the Dodgers at this point?
The Dodgers lineup, it shouldn't even be allowed.
Overwhelming favorites,
It shouldn't even be allowed. Their lineup is insane.
It's insane,
top to bottom.
It's insane. An all-star team.
It literally is an all-star team. It's crazy.
They're trying to be the third team, 2-3-peat. The Yankees have done it, the Oakland A's have done it, and now they're on the verge of doing it themselves.
I'm saying. So, I have obviously, if we just name the pennants, I have the Yankees playing the Dodgers, and you have the Seattle Mariners playing the Dodgers in the World Series. Who do you got winning the World Series?
I'm going to have to take the Dodgers here, Frankie. As much as I want to say the Mariners, man, it's going to be the Dodgers again. They're the most well-rounded team in the MLB, if not ever.
The only team that could beat them are the 2 teams we're saying, in my opinion. Either the Mariners could take them out, or the Yankees definitely can hit with them, no doubt in my mind.
Right.
I took the Dodgers as well, just because it's, until you dethrone them, you got to go with it. But if the Yankees stay healthy, their pitching is much better, and I feel like they absolutely could beat the Dodgers if they're all healthy. But I got the Dodgers down too. It's not even fair.
3-peat champs, bro.
Yeah, it's not even fair at this point.
Like you said, man, they're an all-star team, well-rounded, pitching, hitting, coaching. Dave Roberts,
experience-wise,
they're
there. They win. It's just they're too much.
Why does Mookie Betts have to go there, man?
I'm saying he's the luck charm, right?
That's it.
You just look at their lineup; it's just nuts, though.
It's crazy, bro. So
nuts.
Dodgers, man. Unfortunately, as much as we want to say the Red Sox, we got to be real.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Good stuff, brother.
Another great show, man. Glad to be back.
Absolutely,
glad I'm all right.
Frankie.
Thanks for everybody for tuning in and liking and sharing and all the good stuff. You know what I mean?
You hear that, Frankie?
I do.
At least it's not scary, and it actually sounds like some video game
fun.
kind of stuff.
That's a fun one.
What I'm saying?
Like, who is it?
It's me, Mario.
Frankie, is that who I think it is, bro?
I think so.
Why don't you break it down for me?
You know what it is. Super Mario Galaxy movie. This looks great.
Yeah, it looks real good.
The first one was phenomenal.
Starting to come out with the Mario movies
I love it. They got a Mario Land and everything, right?
Thank you so much for playing my game.
What game? Hey, Frankie, you feel that, dude? You hear that?
It's like Jurassic Park with my water.
I don't even know what's going on right now. Whoa! Oh, Frankie, I think that's what he meant by getting in the game.
Yes, sir.
Frankie, we got to do something about this.
From Beantown to your town, stay Wicked Pissah.
From Foxborough to your borough, thanks for listening, everybody. We're going to see you next week. Alrighty, Frankie, I see you getting into character. It's only right that Mario has his right-hand man with him.
I'm Luigi.